When we can't see a way out, even the sun seems out of place. The crossing to freedom hurts, but this pain is the compass, the visceral certainty that we are on the path. It shows us where to live and where to go, declaring that freedom cannot be bought or sold. It is our most precious asset, forged in the harshness of the journey. No one has to stay where they are. We were not born doomed to captivity. Even if they try to imprison our minds and squeeze us into crowded trains, endless line, traffic jams of desires, and bright promises that only blind us. However, to live in freedom, a difficult choice must be made. To embrace the dark being that dwells within us, the only guide capable of navigating turbulent waters and muddy roads. We are all two, the polished mask that operates in the world, and the forgotten swan that lives in the depths of the soul. The former pays the bills, goes to the market, meets expectations, schedules, routines, takes a beating from the system, and smiles the obligatory smile. The later grunts, howls, scrapes the sacred ground of the psyche with long nails and a sharp beak. It bathes in the organic mud from which dreams sprout, and from this abyss extracts the brute force to break through the porous and dry surface crust, exhausted from offering so much of its riches without receiving a single drop of water in return. Those who think themselves free without ever holding hands with their own shadow are mistaken. Mistaken are those who think they are free, but cannot bear to face the other side. Freedom is born from the ability to endure what is seen, to face the horror and go beyond, embracing imperfection, ugliness, and emptiness, embracing the pain that tears the chest and turns the stomach, the endless weeping, the inconvenient desire that is the true key to flight. They say swans don't fly. A lie manufactured to tame us, as if our black swan should be educated by the docile being who always says yes. But the wild nature that inhabits us must not bow to rules invented out of fear. It is she who dictates the law, the flight, the hunt, the guerrilla warfare. Freedom is conquered in the state of guerrilla warfare, day after day. It is the act of claiming what screams a profound truth, what touches our soul and drags us across the ocean, toward the other side of ourselves, because all feelings belong to everyone. Freedom is the shared language in the Tower of Babel of existence, the dream of taking flight that has accompanied humanity since the most remote times. We are taught that flying too high burns our wings, but we do not seek to conquer the sun. We only want to spread our wings. The beyond belongs to the infinity. For us, the ability to touch its edge is enough. Freedom is the night bird that devours the docile being within us, so that we can reach the stars and give new meaning to sweetness itself. It is the cut, the blindfold removed after we bleed. Freedom is not the light that pushes away the dark, but the eye that learned to see in the night. If you have attempted to fit whatever mold and failed to do so, you are probably lucky. You may be an exile of some sort, but you have sheltered your soul. There is an odd phenomenon that occurs when one keeps trying to fit and fails. Even though the outcast is driven away, she is at the same time driven right into the arms of her psychic and true kin, whether this be a course of study, an art form, or a group of people. It is worse to stay where one does not belong at all than to wander about lost for a while and looking for the psychic and soulful kinship one requires. It is never a mistake to search for what one requires.